Welcome back, and thank you so very much for tuning in and joining us for our special guest today, Probate Judge Ben Bowden. Judge Bowden, welcome to WKNI.
Well, thank you for having me. Is it okay if I call you Uncle Bob?
Absolutely, Judge.
I've heard you called different things.
Yes, you have. This is a family show, Judge.
Okay,
This is a family show.
All right.
Now, the time I went to be Baker Act, and Denise had all the right in the world, but I thank you for taking care of me, Judge.
Right, I
Yeah.
stuck up for you.
Hey, all right. What's going on over at the courthouse?
I tell you, it will take us the rest of the day to talk about what's going on in the courthouse. But will you let me talk about just a couple of things?
Sure.
You notice my
Got your pink on.
tie in my shirt today. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Y'all probably already talked about that.
We're going to have the hospital on. We've had Mizell on, and we have Ann Lucia Hospital on Monday about that, and that's good that
Yeah.
your office is supporting it.
Yeah, we for several years now we've ordered pink shirts for the girls to wear on Friday, and to show our support, raise awareness. There's not any of us really. I doubt there's anybody out there who hasn't either had a family member or close friend or somebody they just know real well who's had their lives affected by breast cancer. And so it's real important to keep that awareness up. And so I wanted to show you kind of what our part of all that is. In addition to wearing pink on Fridays, I brought the two tags with me. These are two tags, what we call specialty tags in our office that you can get. I don't know if they can. Is that good? Can you see them good? These are the two tags that proceeds are used for breast cancer research or breast cancer awareness and things like that. And you can get these two tags, either one of these. You can have them personalized if you wanted them personalized. One of them, the proceeds goes to the Joy to Life Foundation, and they do a good thing. They will provide mammograms, free mammograms for anybody who meets certain criteria. And that's extremely important, of course. Early recognition, early detection is important. And then the other organization is Cancer Research at UAB. I believe this is the Cancer Research tag at UAB, and this is the one for Joy to Life. They're both really pretty, I think. Don't you think they're pretty?
I think they're wonderful, Judge. I do have a question. Can you buy a tag anytime you want to? Let's say I already have a tag in my car, and I decide that I want a cancer awareness tag. Can you bring your old tag with you? What do you do?
We'll fix you up.
Okay.
There's a little transfer fee. I think it's $1.50 or
Okay.
$1.25, and we'll take your old tag and we'll give you one of these, whatever you want.
Yeah.
A lot of people do it when it's time to renew their tags, and that's fine too. But the cost of transferring during the year is really almost nothing.
Can you personalize them in your office?
Well, not yet.
Not yet. I was wondering about that.
Our friends down at Atmore do the personal.
Okay. Yeah, we got some buddies down at Atmore.
They do that, and
they don't staff them anymore. It looks like.
Yeah. I wouldn't have talked about this if you hadn't brought it up. But I went down there one time because I sell tags. I wanted to see how they were made.
Yeah.
So I went down to the prison in Atmore to the license tag shop.
Right.
Fascinating trip for me. They showed me how they used to make them with the stamping machine, and they'd actually stamp those numbers out on metal plates. Then they showed me how they do it now, and with the time we got, I'll just say it's almost like printing a T-shirt.
Yeah.
It's a silk screen kind of process, and aluminum tag, and they have this big roll of aluminum that comes along, and a big roll of the imprint, and they meet in this machine, and it presses it on here and stamps out the tag. And they can make thousands more than they used to could than with the old machine.
Well, that's wonderful, because there's that show on TV, Highest Made, and I did not know, that's great.
Yeah, they shipped all 67 counties from there, and they do all the tags in our state, and they have, I think a great process down there. There's talk periodically about moving that process to some commercial vendor contracted, but I would love to, see it stay there. It keeps those folks occupied. It gives them something to be proud about, when they see these tags printed and they come out and they know they're helping people. I just think that's good rehabilitation for folks.
I do too. Now today's the last day in your office that you can actually get a tag from Cynthia I was gonna call her Cynthia Bass, but that's not a real name.
Powell.
Reggie Powell's wife, Cynthia.
Now you're gonna make me sad.
Yeah. God, talk about that a minute. Talk
Well,
about history.
yeah.
Talk about heritage.
Yeah.
Good gracious.
Not long after I had gotten there, we moved some people around on our tagline, and I had them move Cynthia down there near me, or she ended up down there near me, I guess, near my office is what I mean. And boy, that's been a blessing to me, because I've never asked her a question about tags or license or titles or anything that she didn't know the answer to. And she's to say that she's been a fixture in the courthouse, I don't know that that's even enough of an adjective to describe what she means to the county government, the courthouse itself. She's been in our office for more than 25 years, and that's a career in and of itself, but that's about half of what her position in the courthouse itself and other jobs. And
well, she's only 49 years old, but she actually cut her teeth. Her teeth were cut in the courthouse because her mother, Miss Margaret Bass, good gracious, she's been there my whole life, until she retired in the tax assessor's office. And then, good gracious, Cynthia was just a child when Miss Bass was in her main part of her career.
Yeah, and of course, that corporate knowledge, you just can't replicate it. There's nothing you can do. As I was telling you earlier when we were off the air, I know for a fact that there are people who come to the office to buy their tags or do other work, and they'll step to the little door there and they'll look down, and if Cynthia is not available, they'll turn around and come back and try to time it where they can see her, because they know about her expertise, and she knows everything there is to know about handling vehicle registration. So I'm real happy for Cynthia. I hope I don't steal any of her thunder, but she's going to stay in public service, which is a real tribute to her and a help to the county. She's going to go over to the Board of Registrars.
Good.
And she knows everybody in the county.
Yeah,
so
she's the kind of person that everybody trusts, because she's never done anything but be honest.
That's right. And she knows if somebody who's dead is trying to vote, and she'll cull them out of there. So
she will know. She knows where everybody is.
That's right.
In fact, she knows their grandparents and their parents. Yeah, you can't kid a kidder.
That's right.
But you have streamlined that office. Man, people that office never stops. It's like a constant ant bed over there. And they go in, they get their business done, and they just constant.
Well, that is something that I'm proud of, but I'm not resting on, because we want our office to be in a constant state of improvement. I tell them that all the time. We never want to stop and say, okay, that's good enough. We want to stay in a constant state of improvement in our delivery of services. And I think we've come a long way, but we want to continue to improve. And occasionally, if you come over there at the end of the month and you come around lunchtime when I'm not fully staffed at lunch, I've tried to get them to go without eating. They just draw the line.
No, I mean, really, they work. They really need a 2-hour. They need a siesta.
Right.
They really do, honestly. I mean, you can almost put on another shift, but the economics won't allow it. But
right.
When they're there, they are absolutely working.
It's game on. But so during lunch is a bad time, and so occasionally, if you get there during lunch at the end of the month, there'll be a line. You'll wait for a few minutes, but for the most part, we've got that part and manageable where you can get in and out. And last night at the chamber, that was one of the things I wanted to talk about.
Talk about
the
that.
Fantastic job our Chamber of Commerce is doing. But they had a little cookout last night, and a gentleman I don't know came up to me and said, simply wanted to, when he found out who I was, he's new to the area, and told me how pleasant his experience was getting his out-of-state vehicles registered here in Covington County, that the clerk was pleasant, that the process was easy, that he didn't have to wait long. And so that warms my heart to hear that. That's what we're going for. Sometimes it doesn't go like that, but that is what we're trying to do there. And if you don't have that kind of experience, I just tell your viewers this morning, bear with us. We're human. We make mistakes, but let us know. Let us know where we fall short, because I promise you, if it's something within my control, we're going to try to get it fixed.
Well, the people you have employed over there there's not a mean-spirited person there. They'll do anything for you if it's legal. I mean, there's things they can't do because the laws prevent it.
Right.
You have to prove that you have insurance now.
Right.
You have to.
Right.
And you don't want anybody driving on the road that doesn't have insurance, for goodness sakes. Let's go back to the chamber, though. I've seen you over at the chamber breakfast a lot.
Yeah.
Isn't that a wonderful? It's the first time that you really feel like you're part of the community when you go and listen to other businesses give their,
Right.
about their business. I didn't even know about Wiregrass,
Credit union.
Credit union, for goodness sakes. I didn't know they could do. I thought you had to have some kind of card that say you were a Wiregrass or something. I didn't know.
What is a Wiregrass?
What is a Wiregrass? But anyway, you learn. And then last chamber breakfast, they had the chef from the Huddle House, because the Huddle House is closed.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, and they cooked omelets and brought them to you.
Yeah.
And Stallion's looking for 50 more members. Okay.
Yeah.
He wants 50 new members, and when I get $50, I'm gonna join as an individual because we always get to go as a business.
Right.
So anyway, if you're interested in joining the chamber, we'll certainly be glad to have you. Tell you what, let's do, Judge. Let's take a short break, and let's come back and talk about you personally and your family. Okay.
All right. Sounds
Thank
good.
y'all for watching.
Thank
We'll
you.
take a short break, and we'll be right back.